Malliotakis from New York is with me now. She was in the room yesterday, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
What were you able to determine, do you think? Maybe something that you either did not know before or maybe gave you confirmation.
Well, I think what was shocking was the governor claiming that he did not know anything about that March 25th order that his administration issued on nursing homes to accept these individuals. I've never heard that before, that he completely did not even know it existed until a month later. And then when asked who authorized it, because it was his letter, his name and the commissioner's name, Commissioner of Health's name on the letterhead, he basically said, "We don't know. I think it was probably done at the staff level." How is that possible that the governor of the state of New York, who did 111 daily briefings, basically got an Emmy for his performance in these briefings, knowing all the details of what was going on in New York State, acting as the king of New York, did not know about this deadly mandate until a month later, particularly when all the other local elected officials, people like me in the state legislature, we knew, and we were telling the executive chamber about our concerns, and the nursing homes were reaching out to all the elected officials expressing the concern. So what we learned yesterday is that he's not going to take accountability, he's not going to apologize, and when asked whether he would change that order today, knowing what he knows now, thousands of New Yorkers, elderly New Yorkers who were killed as a result, he said no. In fact, he would explain it more and communicate it more because the nursing homes didn't understand that they could reject people if they could not care for them. So he didn't try to pivot the blame on the actual nursing homes who had no choice but to accept these people because the mandate language was clear. It was clear. They were forced to take these people, whether they could care for them, whether they had the proper staffing levels, whether they could separate them from positive and negative, or whether they had the PPE.
Okay, couple things here. Here's another soundbite from the governor maintaining his innocence. Roll this here first.
Department of Justice found we did nothing wrong. The investigations found that the New York advisory was wholly consistent with the federal guidance set by CMS and CDC. Two investigations found exactly that what New York did was implement the federal guidance.
I imagine you said a lot of that behind closed doors. Here are the numbers in New York. COVID-confirmed deaths at nursing homes, 6,926. Confirmed out-of-facility deaths, 4,600. Presumed deaths at the nursing home, 20. These numbers are staggering, just shy of 15,000. You mentioned this directive on the 25th of March. Is it possible, between his daily briefings that began on the 2nd of March and went through the 19th of June, is it possible that we just did not understand enough about the virus at that time?
Well, I think you could give the benefit of the doubt if the language was not written as it was, because the CMS and CDC guidelines were very clear. It made a recommendation that you could accept patients who were being discharged from the hospitals into a nursing room setting if you had the ability to separate and care for them and the proper staffing levels. His mandate was not a recommendation. It was they shall do it, and that they could not test them to see if they were positive before accepting them. They literally prohibited the nursing homes from testing these patients to see if they were still positive before accepting them. And there was no ability in this mandate to reject a nursing home patient if you could not care for them. And that was the biggest issue. They were not given the proper PPE to deal with the issue at hand. So the governor, again, deflecting and pointing fingers, but the accountability, the buck stops with him.
Will there be a public hearing? Will we hear him say this? Yes or no?
I believe so. I think there's a lot of questions there's a lot of things that were discrepancies between what his administration officials have told us and what the governor said yesterday. And then he also, by the way, did not use the additional measures that were set up, right? U.S. Navy comfort ship that President Trump said in the Javits Center. I asked him that question.
It was here, and they didn't get a lot, of patience. Yeah. Thank you for your time. We'll see what comes of it. Really, it was the story here in New York that shut down the entire country. I believe that to this day, but it started here. Nicole Malliotakis, thank you for your time. We'll talk again.
Thank you.
All right, Dana.
President Biden looking for legitimate